Hi all, happy Thursday. Sorry to be getting to you this week so late, but I was away from the office for a few days. I hope you've had a great week. Big milestone this week in completing Module 2, your first lesson plan, and we'll talk about that in just a couple of moments. First of all, your discussion, we're just about done with looking through the discussions. A couple of you still have to respond to one of your colleagues. Maybe you have one but you didn't get the other. Don't forget, with each discussion you also have to provide some meaningful content to two of your colleagues' discussion posts, so keep that in mind. The activity, you had quite a challenge with that TPAC diagram, but I must say this is one opportunity where I think everybody did really quite a phenomenal job. You really focused on that integration of both technology, content, and pedagogy in a classroom lesson. That center section needs to be the activities or the strategies that your students will be doing in order to show outcomes in that regard. You did a great job, and I look forward to seeing those posted in your portfolios when we get to that point. So well done. The lesson plans, these were lessons that built on that TPAC strategy, and again, you did a fabulous job. Everybody has a little something to go back and maybe adjust or reflect on. I think the most common question that I posed back to you is about your essential questions. You have to come up with what I saw was a lot of guiding questions that were very specific to the content of your lesson. Essential questions are broader, and they are kind of built to make a connection between the content and your student. What I post in this announcement, I'm going to put a URL of a great website that helps you differentiate between an essential question and a non-essential question. I think that'll give you a really good idea of what that should look like. Make sure that in your lesson plan every box is filled in, with the exception of other evidence in the assessment section, but you need to have self-reflections, you need to have student samples, you need to have materials, all those things filled in. Your student samples look really great. Good job there, and make sure if you're showing a video or you're providing other information to your students that information is there too. Your lessons need to be replicable. Another teacher should be able to take that and use it in their classroom. So make sure you're as complete as you possibly can. Off to a fabulous start, and I congratulate you on your first lesson plans looking as good as they are. Your reflections too, don't forget those need to be thoughtful. They should be about 500 words. Many of you did a great job on going to those places, thinking about what you've done, and reflecting honestly about that. So thank you for that. As we look forward to Module 3, digital literacy and digital citizenship. Really important module. You are going to get a wealth of resources that you can use in your classroom, you use with your teachers at your school and with your parents. I think you'll really appreciate the wealth of information that's shared with you in that module. Your discussion question will be about, what are the challenges that you face in your classroom? What fears do you have in this area? The struggles that you have with students when they have their hands in, getting into the internet and such. The activity, you'll use a Web 2.0 tool, maybe Prezi or Powtoon, to create a presentation of just some really focused content that may be something you'd want to share with your teachers or your parents on digital literacy. You'll be making a lesson plan that teaches a specific digital citizenship topic, and you're instructing your students to create some media, so that gives them the opportunity to actually use what they learn in creating online content. And then reflect about the digital literacy strand of the ISTE teacher standards and where you think you could either work on more or share more with your students. So a lot to look at. Don't forget, if you have any general questions and wonderings, to post those in that section in Canvas. Or if you just made a great discovery and you want to share it with the rest of us, a great tool, something that you've used, something that you'd like to pass on, that's a perfect place to put that in there too. So keep up the good work. I know some of you have some missing work, so as you can get caught up, please take the time to do that. And again, if you have any questions, post it out for everybody, post it to me, and we'll get you taken care of. You've done a phenomenal job, and I look forward to seeing what you have in Module 3. Thanks.